Hey everyone, my name's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Today I am very excited to be spotlighting the Princess Bride-athon reading challenge for 2025 that was created by and is hosted by Katie over at Paperbacks and Ponytails. Her channel will be linked down below. So I'm decided to participate in this readathon. I'm super excited. It's not a read. It is a readathon, but it's a reading challenge that goes the entire year of 2025, which is awesome. So there are 16 prompts, and so what I decided to do that I thought would be fun for this video would be to go through and share what I am thinking about reading, my possibilities for the different prompts, and some recommendations if I happen to have recommendations for certain prompts. There are a lot of prompts that I don't have any recommendations to offer, but there are some where I do have a book or two that came to mind, so I was going to recommend those. Most of these I do have in physical format. A lot of them I don't have with me because they weren't convenient for me to grab to come and do this video, but there are a few of them that I was able to grab very conveniently and easily, and so do have those with me. But the rest of them, all of the books that I mentioned, if I don't have them, if I'm not showing them physically, the covers will be up on the screen when I talk about them. And I am wearing my red medieval dress today for this video to be as inspiration from Buttercup from the Princess Bride movie, because the Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies and I've never read the book, but I'm excited to, so we'll get to that in one of the prompts here. So let's jump right into it. So the first prompt is Princess Buttercup, red on the cover. So for that, I am planning to read, because it's a book that I already own, A Royal Obligation by Amanda Schindler. This is the first book in her series. It's a clean contemporary romance, and I'm very excited about it. And you can see how much red there is on it. This is actually the only book I could find that had a lot of red on the cover that I own physically that I haven't read. So I'm very excited to read this one. And so then my recommendation for the Princess Buttercup prompt is Across to Kill by Andrew Huff. This is a Christian thriller suspense. There is a little bit of romance in here, but it's just a slight thread. So highly recommend that one. Okay, then the next prompt is This One Left Them All Behind, a 5-star prediction. Now, obviously, I can't really give you a recommendation for this, but I will tell you I am planning to read for this Runaway Bride and Prejudice by Emma St. Clair. Yeah, very, very excited. I own it in paperback, and I just got an arc of the audiobook, so I will be listening to that. Very, very excited. Okay, the next prompt is Westley, which is an adventure story. For that, I am planning to read Falling Through the Black by E.A. Hendricks, which is a YA science fantasy, sci-fi fantasy book. It's the second book in the series, and I'm very, very excited to jump into it. And my recommendation for that prompt is called Count Me In by Michael Dawn. This is a rom-com. It's a contemporary Christian rom-com, but it's also very much an adventure story. And yeah, I loved it so much. I highly recommend that you check it out. Okay, and the next prompt is As You Wish, Reader's Choice. For that, I am planning to read The Princess Bride. I don't have a copy of it yet, but I will be getting a copy very soon, and I'm very excited to read it. I have not ever actually read it before, so very excited about that. And let's see, what is the next prompt? The next prompt is Farm Boy, which is a borrowed book. Now, obviously, I can't give you recommendations for this, and I am still undecided as to what I'm going to read for this prompt. The next prompt is The Fire Swamp, a hot new release. I am planning to read Serial Burn by Lynette Eason. This one releases on January 21st. And I've pre-ordered the audiobook, so yeah, I will be listening to that one. And I thought that was fitting with it being a hot new release, The Fire Swamp. As you can tell, this is about an arsonist. The heroine is a fire marshal, fire investigator, something like that. So yeah, very excited about that one. It felt fitting for that prompt. I'm going to recommend An Overdue Match by Sarah Monson. This book comes out on February 18th. I have not actually read it yet, but I have read almost every single one. I've only not read one book from Sarah's backlist. So I've read almost all of her books, and every single one of them has been absolutely stellar. So I feel very comfortable recommending this book, and I feel very confident that it will be phenomenal. So yeah, that would be one to check out. The next prompt is MLT, which stands for Mutton, Lettuce, and Tomato Sandwiches in the movie. But Katie has it standing for Meeting Love Twice, which is a second chance romance. I am going to be reading The Politics of Christmas by Drew Taylor. So yeah, very excited about that. This is a clean rom-com with Christian characters, a Christian worldview. So yeah, I'm really excited to read more of her books. And my recommendation for this prompt is Lights Out by Natalie Walters. This book, I had to include it here somewhere, and I had to recommend it for this readathon because there are Princess Bride references in this book. Okay? There are. Just trust me, they are fantastic. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to read it because they are awesome. So yeah, highly recommend that. That is Christian romantic suspense. And yeah, I loved it so much. Highly recommend. Okay, the next prompt is Fezzik, which is a book of poetry, and I'm almost positive Katie had also mentioned that a single poem would work as well. So I am planning to read The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, so I'm planning to read that for this prompt. And then the recommendation I have is a book called Reflections of the Heart, and it is by James Carey, who is the father of a woman who used to write Christian historical romance. I don't think she's writing anymore at this point in time, but at the time that he published this, she was still publishing books, and I really enjoyed several of her books. So yeah, this is her dad's book. It is only available on Kindle, but it is in Kindle Unlimited, and I read it several years ago and really enjoyed it. There's lots of poems in there and other little like short essays and stuff, and it is a Christian poetry book. So it was great. I liked it very much. Okay, the next prompt is Vizzini, Villain's Point of View. And for that, I am planning to read Every Wicked Man by Stephen James. This is the last book in the Patrick Bowers prequel series. It's the prequel series to the original series. And yeah, it's one of the only books by Stephen James that I haven't read yet. So I am looking forward to it. So yeah, I'll be getting to that one soon. And for a recommendation, I am going to humbly suggest my own book, my novella, Deadly Obsession, because it's very short. It's only about 85 pages, I think. Something like that. It's very short, but there are several parts of it from the villain's point of view. So yeah, that would be my recommendation for that one. It's available on Audible, Kindle Unlimited, and in paperback on Amazon. So that's my rec for that. Okay, the next prompt is I'm Not a Witch, I'm Your Wife, which is Mistaken Identity. Now for this, I don't have a recommendation, but I am planning to read Gentleman Jim by Mimi Matthews. This is book 2 in her, I don't know, Somerset Stories, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember the series title, but it's book 2 in the series. I read book 1, The Work of Art, and really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Okay, then the next prompt is ROUS, which stands for Rodents of Unusual Size in the movie. But Katie has it standing for Readings of Unusual Size, which is a book over 500 pages. So for that, I am planning to read, and I don't have a recommendation for this, so this is my TBR, my plan for this. I'm planning to read the 80s Rom-Com Club, which this is actually not available anymore, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's out of print now. But yeah, you can see what a chunker it is. This is a rom-com novella collection by Michael Dawn, Belle Renshaw, Jennifer Rodewald, Betsy St. Amant, Teresa Tysinger, and J.C. Weaver. And yeah, I have had this book since it released and have not gotten to it yet. It was on my 23 and 2023 list, and I didn't get to it. Didn't get to it in 2024, so I'm definitely planning to get to it in 2025 as part of this challenge. And this has, let's see here, 534 pages. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what the next prompt is. Next prompt is Anybody Want a Peanut? And that is a buddy read. And for that, I'm going to use The Juliet Code by Pepper Basham, because Katie at Paperbacks and Ponytails, who created this readathon reading challenge, she and I are actually going to be buddy reading The Juliet Code in January. So I'm very, very excited and very much looking forward to the book and to reading it with Katie. Okay, and then the next prompt is Country of Gilder, Fictional Place. For that, I am planning to read Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump into it. I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. So yeah, I'm very excited to give it a try. That would also work for readings of unusual size, because I know it is over 500 pages. And my recommendation for this prompt, Fictional Place, would be Mark of the Raven by Morgan L. Bussey. I really, really love that one. Okay, and then we have the next prompt is Iocane Powder, which is an ebook or an audiobook. Now, I don't have any specific recommendations for you for that, but I am planning to listen to the audiobook of Once Upon a Boy Band by Jenny Proctor. This is a clean rom-com, and yeah, I've pre-ordered the audiobook. It comes out in audio on January 28th, and I'm very, very excited to listen to it. Okay, the next prompt is Dread Pirate Roberts, a book with pirates. This is another one that I don't have a recommendation for. I was looking for books that I read, because I could have sworn that I had read some books with pirates in them, but I couldn't find them. So I don't know that I actually ever have. But I am planning to read a book called Heart of the Sea by Mariah Chavez. I don't know. I really don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm sorry. But it looks very, very good. Sounds really good. The cover is gorgeous. And the audiobook is available on Hoopla. It's not available on audio. I don't know why, but it's not on Audible, but it is on Hoopla. And it is narrated by the same narrators who did Suspended in the Stars by E.A. Hendricks. And I absolutely love their narration. So, yeah. I'm hoping to get to that one in January as well. And let's see. The last prompt is Inigo Montoya, which is Finish a Series. Now, I have several series that I could use for this, and who knows what I will end up actually reading for it, but the one that I was going to mention here is Life Support by Candace Calvert, which is book 3 in her Grace Medical series. And yeah, this is one of the series. She has 3 series of books that have 3 books in each series, and I have read 2 out of 3 books in 2 of her series. So I have 2 of her series that I'm 1 book away from completing, and the 3rd series I haven't started yet. But I'm like, I really should finish up one of these 2 series that I am 2/3 of the way through. So this would be one of them, the Grace Medical series. So I'm excited to read it. If you like medical drama with some suspense and romance mixed in, she is great. She was actually a nurse, so she knows what she's writing about. So yeah, I really, really enjoy her books. I don't think she's writing anymore, but yeah, highly recommend her books that I've read so far. Okay, so that wraps up. Yeah, and obviously I can't give you a recommendation because I don't know what series you need to finish. So yeah, that wraps up this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will participate in this reading challenge. Yeah, I'd love to hear if you have any recommendations for any of these prompts or what you're thinking about reading if you're going to participate. And yeah, let's chat in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.